Jai Shri Mataji. Good morning, everyone. Let's all bow down to Shri Mataji, raise our Mother Kundalini and put Bandhan. Shri Ganesh Mantra. In this meditative state, we will now hear Shri Mataji's speech.
Last time when I spoke to you, I told you about the power that resides within us in this triangular bone called as sacrum, which is called as Kundalini, and which is responsible for giving us our second birth. In modern times, the search for truth is so widespread that it had to happen. It was also as if planned out that in modern times only, the people who are seeking the truth in various lives have to attain that awareness which will grant them the light of truth. The search is on. For example, a human being may be searching his joy in money, in power, in possessions, in seeking security for oneself, but the search of the seekers is on, and they have to find it. And that is possible in these modern times. It has to work out. But perhaps people are not aware that as the modern times are best suited for this seeking, for this enlightenment, also modern times are the worst times. The reason is modern times are the times of confusion. Everything that we do, we are confused about. We are not sure as to what we are doing is correct or incorrect, whether we do it in money, in power, or about seeking. Because this is the time where your wisdom is tested. If you are wise, then you will choose wisely. And that's why a confusion is created, we can say, like a puzzle. So in modern times, life is much more puzzling than it was ever. Before this, life was much smoother, in the sense we lived in ignorance, and ignorance was bliss. But seeking we must do. We can't do without it. This is the highest seeking that a man has to achieve. First, it started with food in the animal stage, continued with us. But now we are seeking something much beyond our comprehension. But we are seeking. We don't know what we are seeking. But we are seeking is a fact. Now the confusion is what to expect, then how to seek. These 2 points are there. But first of all, I would like you also to know that when the seeking of the saintly people, of the good people, of the righteous people, of the virtuous people is on, there is also a very powerful force of destruction is executing. There are people who do not want you to seek. There are people who want to make money out of your seek. There are people who want to make you slaves out of your seek. There are people who want to give you something by which you are destroyed. Your being is destroyed. This kind of seeking, of destroying the seekers, has also built up into a very big force. It is not individualistic. Like we had in ancient times some Rakshasas, some devils, who incarnated on this earth, whom the goddess had to fight. They came individually, one by one. They had their own army, but one by one. But in modern times, perhaps all of them have taken birth, because they think this is the best time of confusion, when they can reap their harvest of evil. By this kind of a darkness around, it becomes even worse. It becomes even worse. The confusion is even much worse. We cannot understand how to seek them, how to find the right path. So many circuses are out, so many personalities are there with different kind of advertisements, and everybody supplying something, like as if in the market there's a demand and people are here to sell it out. Naturally, one would be quite worried and one would be quite thinking about it. This is simultaneous. But one must know, if there are replicas, there has to be original. If there are plastic flowers, there have to be real flowers. Otherwise, how did they copy? Now, how to make out which is the truth? The point is, if it is our evolutionary process, and in that we are going to achieve the truth, that should happen to us in any case, normally. Because we have become human beings without putting any effort into it. So if you have to become a higher human being, it should happen to us spontaneously. So one thing should be there should not be any effort involved. This should be one of the criteria. Secondly, we have not paid a single pie for becoming a human being from chimpanzee, did we? We got it all free. You cannot pay for your evolution. You can pay for anything else, but not for your evolution. So you cannot pay. By paying or going through courses, you cannot do it. It is some sort of a living thing that is going to happen. We should see other living things. For example, a flower cannot become a fruit by paying any money to it. If it is a living process that is going to bring forth the fruit, then we cannot pay. Then we cannot put in any effort. It has to be spontaneously worked out. And then it has to be with us when we are born. The potentiality has to be with us when we are born. Like a seed has got the potentiality to become a tree, a flower has got a potentiality to become a fruit. In the same way, this potential power should be within us. Otherwise, how are we to become something else? How are we to be born again? If we come to that conclusion, then you say that it is born with you, that is sahaja, is born with you. It is with you. It is your own power within you yourself. So what is the difference? The difference is that as human beings, now you have to know that you have become that. So far, up to this evolutionary process, it was not necessary for you to know that you have become from amoeba to a fish, and from fish to a turtle, and from a turtle to a pig, and then onwards you have become a chimpanzee, and from chimpanzee to human being. It was not necessary for you to know, but at this stage it is necessary that you should know. But why? Again the question comes in, because why is the problem of today? The question comes is, why still we should know? The question is all right, but answer is like this, that the evolutionary process till you became human beings were done when you had no freedom to choose. At this stage, you have freedom to choose, to develop yourself in such a way that you have freedom to choose. Now, once you have freedom to choose, you choose rightly. And rightly when you choose, you get it. Because the evolutionary process now is a much higher thing, and meant for people of great caliber, not for cheap people, frivolous people, people who have no self-esteem. It is not. It is meant for people of great caliber. Those people are of very ordinary caliber, of ordinary nature, cannot get it to begin with. Later on, when this happens, this adventure is achieved by few, many will follow. But to achieve this adventure, the beginning of it can be done only through people who are truly seeking, people who are courageous, who would like to have the flight. And those who are not courageous enough, those who are not fully equipped for it, those who do not have that caliber cannot achieve. Such people cannot face the truth. They cannot. It is beyond them. They just want to carry on with something which is very, very simple, in the sense that which is compromising with their values and so-called weaknesses. For example, if I have to say that in Sahaja Yoga, you don't have to give up anything, but later on you suddenly give up, because your priorities change. You just give up those things which you could not live with, the things that had made you a slave, to which you got addicted to. You just get rid of them because you become master of yourself. It happens spontaneously. It happens so spontaneously. But if you are not a person who is willing to understand that you are a slave of these things, and you have been really enslaved, and it's going to carry you into a ditch later on, then you may just leave the place and think, oh God, this is too much for me. If a transformation takes place, naturally your priorities will change. For example, there is no light in this room. So how you walk, groping everything. But if there is light, you become straight and you walk straight to your seat. In the same way, when there is enlightenment within you, your priorities change. And you become a master of yourself. Absolutely a master. You are no more enslaved by anything. Nothing can guide you. you start guiding your own destiny and the destinies of many by giving them enlightenment yourself. Now these dark forces that are here can only be neutralized by the force of divine love. People talk of love, but they have no idea as to what divine love is. They have no idea whatsoever, because it is said in Gita, the one who sees can only see. The one who does not see cannot see. It's a very simple thing. No use talking to people who cannot see. But I would say, why not make them see the thing? Supposing they see the thing, then all the priorities change. Not only that, you get a transformation in your awareness, you become dynamically aware. You start understanding. Will you sit down? The children should not disturb in the hall. You start understanding the problems within you because you are separated from yours. You start understanding the problems in other people. For example, when the center in your being, as shown here, are excited by this power of Kundalini, then these centers are empowered, sort of recharged. And the centers which are controlling the plexuses outside on the gross plane also enrich those plexuses, and first thing that happens to us, that we improve physically to such an extent that even cancer is cured. I mean, cancer can only be cured by surgery, by no other way. When the Kundalini rises slightly higher than that, then you reach one of the centers there, the fourth center of the heart, where your sense of security is established. Once the sense of security is established, your mental problems start dissolving. Those who suffer from mental problems become better off. Their mental conditions improve. But normally a person who is mentally handicapped in the beginning finds it difficult, because he gets suggestions like the gentleman who was here just now. They just can't bear it. They just run out. But if you have patience, you can work on them and you can cure mental patients. As we have cured epilepsy of the worst type, there are some people sitting here who had epilepsy of the worst type. They would have been in mental hospitals. Once your sense of security is established, your mental condition becomes normal. But one has to have little courage. There's nothing to be frightened in Kundalini awakening. She is your mother, and she loves you, and she has been born again and again with you, and she is just waiting for this chance to happen. If it happens, you'll be amazed how you get changed. Now here you know there are at least 50% people, maybe more, who are realized souls and who have got this. But when this Kundalini rises higher to this position, then a person becomes a witness. He just feels that the drama is over. He is not involved anymore. And then he becomes dynamic. Because if you are involved in a situation, you cannot do anything about it. You are all the time frantic or worried or looking at your watches and things like that. But if you are above it, then you can solve your problem better. You become a sakshi, a witness, which Sri Krishna has said, Christ has said, Muhammad has said, that you have to become a sakshi. a witness. This is just a drama going on, and you are involved into it. The drama breaks through. And once this drama breaks, you start seeing it and you start laughing at it, at yourself also. That's why was I worried? This is just a drama. And then, when the Kundalini rises even higher, at that point, and crosses it, you become thoughtlessly aware. There's no thought in your mind. You do not think anymore. You become silent. One thought arises and falls off, another arises and falls off. In between this thought, you just stand in the present. You become. And when the Kundalini pierces the last center, this one, then a cool breeze starts flowing from your hand. You start feeling the power flowing through. First time the central nervous system is feeling. At this time, you will be amazed all the 5 centers here and 6 and 7 centers start indicating, in the sense that all of them get enlightened. And if you place your hands like this, suddenly you find there's a tingling going on in here, or in here, or in here. And these all demarcate the centers which are in problem within you. On the left side or the right side? Well, the left side is the emotional side, and the right side is your physical and mental side. You start understanding yourself that here is the problem which is within us. For example, Brighton has a problem on here, mainly. Now, this stands for unauthorized working of God's power. For example, there must be a lot of black magic going on here. There must be a lot of people who are doing all kinds of Guru Vidya and all sort of things which should not be done. Means people who are not authorized to do God's work are doing. This means that. And this percentage is quite a lot. And when this center is spoiled, which is very difficult because this encompasses even your mind and you get ideas from these people. And you are so ruined by them that it is very difficult for you to see the truth. That's why again and again I come to Brighton, because I know you have one great advantage, that is of sea. And how much the sea can take away also I don't know, but there are lots and lots of people who are practicing these bad things here. They perform all kinds of so-called miracles. For example, they remove this one from here to there. Now what does it matter in the eyes of God? Just think of it. Can't you remove yourself? They may give you a diamond just like this. You'll think, oh God, I've become so very rich. You might be having 10 diamonds first, then they give you 1 diamond. Take away all the 10. Why should God give you diamonds? What are diamonds for God? Just dust of his feet. To human beings, it's all important, bank balance, this thing. God doesn't operate all these things. He creates all the diamonds of the world. Why should he worry about giving you diamonds? All nonsense it is. Then there are some people who may show another kind of miracle like mesmerizing. They really mesmerize. And you get enamored by it, like some people start jumping, taking out their clothes. Why will God do that? So by taking out your clothes, do you become God? Can you become? I mean, how do you get evolved? After all, you used to wear clothes, now are you going to take it out? For so many years you have been wearing. Before that you never wore any clothes. So are you going to now become very much realized if you take out your clothes and start jumping like mad?
We'll take the three Mahamantras.
त्वमेव साक्षात् श्रीकल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देवे नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्रीकल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्ष प्रदायिनी माता जी श्री निर्मला देवे नमो नमः। श्री निर्मला देवे नमो नमः। श्री निर्मला देवे नमो नमः।
We thank Ishra Mataji for this beautiful collective morning meditation. Let us all bow down to Ishra Mataji, raise our Mother Kundalini and put Bandhan. We'll join again tomorrow at the same time for the collective morning meditation. Jai Shri Mataji.